Punish! Silent Night, Deadly Night, released in 1984 and is directed by Charles Sellier, who has also directed such films like Snowballing and The Annihilators. And this movie is starring Lillian Traven, Gilmer McCormick, Tony Nero, and Robert Brian Wilson. And the reason why we're talking about Silent Night, Deadly Night today is because it was a PayPal recommendation and donation from a longtime contributor on this channel, always giving me some actual, excellent films, but then also some terrible, campy shit like this, and of course that's coming from Dr. Camp. Thank you very much for this recommendation and your donation to the channel. I love this subgenre of holiday films, or maybe it's a subgenre of horror, it's the Christmas horror films. There's a whole genre of this, and I feel that there really is a deep and sad realistic story in here. It's just done and shot in a way that just makes this look incredibly cheesy, and the slasherness of this, it just overshadows any dark and really emotional moments in this movie, just with a guy walking around in a Santa costume saying, "Punish!" to all the naughty children. Little Billy Chapman watches his parents get brutally murdered by Santa Claus on Christmas Eve night when he was 5 years old. And to make matters worse, he's sent to a Catholic orphanage, where the Mother Superior really prided herself on discipline and punishment to all of the naughty children. So now Billy is all grown up and 18 years old and has a nice little job working for a toy factory. But with Christmas approaching, Billy starts to feel the angry PTSD that he is obviously feeling and needs therapy for. And when the store manager asks him to dress up like Santa Claus for Christmas, Billy finally snaps and goes on a one-man slashing spree to punish all of the naughty people. And for a movie like this to exist, you have to blame the parents. You have to blame the parents out there who are teaching their children about this entity known as Santa Claus, whether he is real or not real, all in just an attempt to get your kids to act normal and happy and good around the holidays so that your sanity is intact. Gosh, I sound like every news reporter out there who's never addressing the actual problem, always just looking at the superficial problem. I blame society. It's society why all this stuff is happening. No, it's Billy. Billy Chapman is the one going around murdering all of these people, even though he has a very, very troubled history. He's still the murderer here, and he needs to be taken down and brought to justice. But like I said before, this character is going through some serious PTSD of seeing his parents murdered in front of him by this character, by this figure who, up until when he was 5 years old, really loved the idea of Santa Claus coming and giving him presents. And then just this one night, starting off with his grandpa, his weird-ass grandpa, who's apparently in a comatose state, just breaks out of it and says, "Hey, Santa's coming to get you if you've been naughty." Why we needed this scene, I have no idea, because it doesn't really play into anything else, other than just starting this kid down this terrible, terrible path that he goes down. But then they see Santa in a car, pulled over on the side of the road. They pull over for him, and then Santa shoots the husband, and then takes the wife out of the car, strips her naked, sexually assaults her, and then slits her throat for some fucking reason, because this guy portraying Santa is just fucked up in the head. But I'm imagining being a child, surviving a situation like that, where Santa Claus kills my parents, and then runs off, and now every single year around this time, around December, I see pictures and movies with this character of Santa Claus, who I am associating with my parents' death. That's gotta be terrible, and it would be impossible to avoid it. They have this legend of Saint Nick or Santa Claus, some type of Santa Claus-ish person, really in every country all over the world. You'd have to struggle to find a place where you can go around December time where you're not inundated with Santa Claus. So I feel terrible for this kid, this poor little kid, and then Mother Superior in this Catholic orphanage being just a gigantic bitch the entire time and punishing him. It's all wrong. I feel so bad for this kid. So of course he's gonna snap and start going around and killing all these people. Apparently though, when you snap, I guess you get superhuman strength, because this guy wraps Christmas lights around another guy's throat and then lifts him up just with one arm. and he's dangling there, and he hangs, and he's strangled to death. Billy's not really Santa Claus, but maybe he is with all of the magical strength powers. And it's here, once he does put on the Santa Claus outfit, and he does snap, and he starts his slasher murdering spree, that's when we get into the cheesy indie side of this movie. Well, up until that point, though, I think this is a very heartfelt and sad tale. Every stereotype, though, of a slasher film is in here once he starts going on his murder spree. Someone's getting drunk at the Christmas party, and then the lights go out. Oh, Harry, you rascal, you! Where you at? I'm gonna come find you, and we're gonna go fuck! Are you in here? Whoa! And it's only amplified by Billy, like, coming into camera frame just very, very quickly saying, "Punish!" As if that's the only word that he knows how to say around this time. Silent Night, Deadly Night is a cheesy slasher film adventure that really just plays on the classic Christmas hymn. We have cheesy murders, people going into dark areas being like, "Huh, is the murderer in here? I don't know. Billy, are you here?" But before we get there, I feel that this film has a solid foundation and a solid heart where there could be a realistic and serious type of film from this story that we could get outside of Silent Night, Deadly Night. Would any, like, prestigious director want to take on that type of story? Probably not, but there's still something solid there, which makes me appreciate this movie more. I'm gonna give Silent Night, Deadly Night 2.5 out of 5 Blu-rays.
I found that if you have a goal, that you might not reach it. But if you don't have one, then you are never disappointed. And I gotta tell you, it feels phenomenal.
So guys, if you've seen Silent Night, Deadly Night, what did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before and you stumbled across because of this video, then comment below, let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell so you know the next time I'm releasing the next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time on the channel, but in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.